Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here, Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is discuss a variety of social, psychological, emotional, and coaching related topics. We do that in an audio format on most days. We've got almost 300 audios for you to choose from, so hopefully something of good use for you. Today we're going to talk about, are you wasting your life? Even if we believe in something like reincarnation, the life we live is the only time we get to live it. And if we only believe in one life, then we have only one life to live. So how we live it really matters. And there's about 6 or 7 behaviors that can be indicators that we are in fact wasting our lives. So I'm going to talk about that. Please subscribe, like, comment if the content resonates with you, and also comment below if there's an audio you'd like to hear. Usually we can get that up within a couple of days. In any event, on to the content. First thing is, do you overthink a lot? Right? Thinking about what we're doing is a good idea, right? The more prepared we are, the more thought out we are, the more likely we are to be successful in whatever we're endeavoring to do. Makes logical sense. Good idea. Now, thinking becomes a bad idea when we overthink or we ruminate on the past or we obsess over the future. The reality is all we have is this moment, so we better make the most of it and be active and do something with the knowledge we have and find a way to make progress towards whatever it is we're trying to accomplish, no matter how small. It is much better to think, gee, I'm going to try this or that, than it is to think, gee, should I try this or that? Because your emotional state will talk you into or out of whatever situation you're in or about to be in based on your willingness to kind of look at it from a new perspective. The next thing is, don't become a workaholic. Work-life balance is one of the most important things I help clients with, and I will openly admit it's where one of my weaknesses lies. I overwork because I don't have other aspects of my life completely where I want them. Now, it's something I'm working on constantly, and for a workaholic, it's something you're going to have to work on constantly. Finding the balance for family, friends, a romantic partner, if that's something you're seeking, spirituality, and your professional obligations can be extremely hard when you don't know how to manage your time properly, or you struggle with feeling like, and leading into the next thing in line, you're never enough. If the belief is you're never enough, your mind will align with opportunities to prove yourself right. And so finding a way to see yourself as grateful for what you have accomplished and capable of accomplishing more when you're ready is the best way to live your life in a productive, constructive manner. If you believe you're never enough, you never will be, because remember, the universal law says that the universe never says no to our own beliefs, and our mind will align with what we believe. So therefore, it's important not to get into the I am never enough phase, or I will never be enough phase of life, because it will steal a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, and a good bit of your joy. The next thing is fear. Fear, we all have it. Whether it's public speaking, heights, snakes, social situations, small spaces, whatever, we all have fears. But confronting our fear and overcoming our fear is a part of living a successful life. Living in fear is a way to waste life, because most of the time, at least 90% of the time, the things we fear aren't as bad as we think. And the 10% that are, we still may be confronted with someday anyway. So sooner or later, confronting our fear will be an inevitability to moving forward in life. So the sooner we do it, the sooner we can get on to doing something more positive, more progressive, more fun, more lighthearted, and also the positive energy bump from confronting our fear is not to be underrated. The next thing is, are you always in a negative mental space? Look, especially now with where we are politically, with where we are socially, with so many issues, with where we are with the coronavirus and all these other things. There's a lot of things in the world to be negative about. But at the same time, nature still exists and it's still beautiful. The sunset still exists and it's still beautiful. Food still tastes good. Sports reruns are still enjoyable if you're a sports fan. There are still good things in the world, and if you're constantly focused on the negative, you will never get to a place of internal peace, and also you will waste a whole bunch of time over things that through your perception you will not change until you change how you look at them. Dr. Wayne Dyer was famous for saying, change what you look at and the things you look at will change. The next thing in line is you're not present moment minded enough. So, and I feel like I say this at least every third audio, but the present moment is all we have. Each of us could pass away 10 seconds from now. Each of us could be struck with an unforeseen negative event. And the past is something that we will never change. The future is something we co-create with the actions we take now. So being present moment minded is the only way to make sure you're getting the most out of your life. Try and be there as much as possible. Doesn't mean you can't plan or think about the future, but that should be 10 to 20% of your thought, not 80 to 90% of your thought. Same with the past. It can be 10 to 20% of your thought, but not 80 to 90% of your thought. The majority of your thoughts should always be, what can I do right now to make my world or the world a better place? And the next thing is and the last thing is you don't stop to have fun. Look, life is a journey and it's to be enjoyed. And so whether it's having your favorite meal at your favorite restaurant, going to a concert, hanging out with friends and playing a board game, dancing like a complete nut in a nightclub, whatever it is for you, make sure to schedule time for fun experiences, because those are the things that when you're 60, 70, 80, 90 years old and you can't do them anymore, you're going to look back on those memories and go, hey, I remember the time I did. You're not going to remember how much you worked. You're probably not going to remember every dollar you made. You're most likely not going to remember every inch of the house you bought, but those experiences you had that were fun, yeah, you'll remember those for a lifetime. So making time to have fun and be a fun person to be around is an important part of the social journey. So hopefully this is helpful, and I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.